He's got the first down sprinting inside the 45. Fighting Lions all the way down to the 42-yard line. Tyrone Wheatley, the battering ram, has a Raider first down. This 10 inside the Lion 30. Play action bootleg. Gannon's got room to go. 25-20. And he steps out of bounds. The Raiders first down on the 15-yard line. Touchdown Raiders. Randy Jordan blocked it. It's a touchdown for the Raiders. Randy Jordan does it again.
All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. It is a Sunday night, and if you want to watch some sports, well, let's put it this way. If you want to have sports in the background, on, what channel is this? Wait a second. On Extreme? Showtime Extreme. Rudy. So my sports background, as y'all might see in the picture in the back, and I don't think that there's any graphic nudity in Rudy. We learned last program when Sergeant Bilko was on. Apparently there was a quick shot of a nude picture. Sorry, I don't, I'm definitely not going to be putting graphic porn on. I think the only porn that we have in Rudy is Touchdown Jesus. Okay, that's a shot across the bow for the Notre Dame folks out there. Just a small joke. Again, thanks again for being here. This is Captain Jack, and we do have these shows because we need things to keep us sane. I know I need this to keep me sane, which is why I'm here with y'all. And I certainly enjoy having you with me. If you're here on Facebook, thanks again. You are ahead of the game because you are eligible for that Raider prize pack. If you aren't a subscriber on YouTube, that's what I meant. YouTube folks, subscribe. They are eligible for the Raider prize. Folks that are on YouTube right now that I can see, 11 are on YouTube here. I know that Don Webb is here. Raider Homer is here. Good to see him. By the way, make sure that you tune in tomorrow for the Raider Homer show. He has his show on. Doug Fisher is here. Jerry Lopez, South Florida Raider Boosters, is here. And Stacy Bernardo, love Stacy, gotta love her, great lady. If you are on Facebook, and I can't see everybody, I'm going to give my first shout out is to Godmother Gotti Raider. Love you, honey. I hope that you're doing well. You, the family, everybody. I love and miss you. Hope that you're doing well in your stead down on the west coast of Florida. Stacy's over here as well, as is Ed Winchell. Deadpool Raider just joined us on YouTube, which is cool. There's 4 others that came in right at the time on Facebook. I don't see who it is. I can't see who it is. Raider Squid just joined us on YouTube as well. Mike Refuerzo on Facebook. Lloyd Wheeler, my Dallas fan. So at least I know that I have somebody from the Cowboy, I won't call it nation, the Cowboy Brotherhood. Because there's only one nation, Raider Nation, the Cowboy Brotherhood. Lloyd, if there's another term I'm supposed to use, you can let me know. Jahir Switchbert is here as well as William Holmes. Again, thank you everybody for joining me here. And we are also on Twitter. I can't see the Twitter feed. Maybe I will try to do that with the phone, but then if I do it with the phone, I won't be able to see some of the people that join us on the calls if they don't show up. Sometimes they show up on my screen, sometimes they don't. And then also on Twitch. I actually have a follower on Twitch. That just made me really, really cool. Raver Raider is here on Facebook as well. My favorite gorgeous blonde Raver Raider in Texas. Love you, honey. Good to see you as well. And DJ Rick Olivis Olivas. God, I'll get it right. Olivas is here again. If you are here on Facebook, head on over to YouTube, subscribe. Claire Carey, how you doing? You wanted to play last time, and I remember that from your comment. So we are here. This is a Sunday, normally a football Sunday or a sports Sunday. Usually the golf has its last rounds here. The tennis tournaments have their final rounds on Sundays, at least for the men's. Ladies usually finish theirs on Saturday. Uh, there's usually World Cup events going on. It's a shame, but we are in the area that we do live in. We understand these things are going on. Louis Gaudreau, thanks for joining us. Don't jinx it, Jimmy Farrell. Don't jinx it. And again, when Deadpool is going to be showing, Deadpool's actually going to call in tonight. So actually, if you don't mind, I'd like to hear from Deadpool first, because people were asking about Deadpool in my last show. I let him know, and yeah. So we'll show that because you asked. When I open it up, I'd like for Deadpool to call in if he'd like being first. If he wants to. If he wants to wait a bit, let me know in your comments there, Deadpool, if you're ready to be the first caller. What's sinking? For the you mean the boat? There ain't no boat. Captain doesn't ride on boats. First off, Captain rides on galleons. I ride on ships. Boats are made to sink because boats go underwater. They're submarines. At least that's the way the surface Navy recalls it. Also, if you're on a boat, it's usually you're abandoning ship. So we'll do that. Yeah, okay, good, Deadpool. When I open it up, we'll have it ready for you. Again, thank you for joining me both on Facebook and YouTube. If you're on Facebook, please get over to YouTube. The stream is listed above. Remember, subscribe. You will be eligible for some Raider prizes. And I have something I did. See, you jinxed it, Jimmy. You jinxed it. There it goes. One of those. I don't care. If I get a thumbs down, I just hope that enough of you give me the thumbs up. And that's here on Facebook. Definitely on YouTube. Give me the thumbs up. I like to make sure that my thumbs up are in the above 90 percentile. And the person that gives me the thumbs down, what they don't realize is you got a view. So I get a view. So go ahead, give me the thumbs down. Can give a rat's ass. As long, yeah, Deadpool, you can give a thumbs down. If I get a second thumbs down, I know it's from Deadpool. Aaron Cortez is in. Thumbs up. Thank you as well. Now, before I go into anything further, I would like to do this, okay? We're going to fade into this 1 second here. Because we're gonna start with this, a segment that I'd like to call okay, I just remembered that I can't do news and views. I can't do that segment until, oh, okay, good. It showed up. Okay, so now I apologize. You guys were saying, like, what the hell happened to the sound? I forgot to add the mic. Okay? I forgot to add the mic for news and views. So we'll do that. Let's try this again. Major apologies, okay? We're going to transition over again. I can't. I have to have the right mic. I did it twice. Let me try it again. Apologies. I'm trying to get. The one. I remember I'm up to like one screw up a night. Okay. I apologize for that. I had everything going, but I forgot to do the. There we go. We're gonna do this. We're gonna add it. We're going to transition. In fact, let's do this real quick. We're going to transition to the large screen, and then now, let's hopefully say that this works. Gone again. Nope. Looks like Rudy. No, it isn't Rudy the movie. Let's try this now. We are doing. There we go. News and views. I got the mic input, so we are having sound again. Apologies there. If porn pop, I love this. If porn pops up, you'll know I'm calling in. Okay, we got the mic in there. That will be there. First words that I would like to talk about here, which is the major portion, but probably the first big news of what's going on, is the fact that, and I said this before, Andy Dalton wasn't necessarily going to go to the Patriots, okay? He wasn't. The Patriots either wanted him or they didn't. They didn't make those inroads. Yeah, I'm going to do an audio track there, Watts. We'll figure that one out. I just basically am talking over, but hey, we'll work on things. I can have like that Latin music in the background too, but want to make sure that the sound level is good on that. But unless you want to hear the Latin track, which I like, by the way, Andy Dalton was signed by the Cowboys, and this is actually a good thing for the Cowboys because here, I mean, it God forbid they don't get their stuff together, and hopefully we'll hear from Lloyd Wheeler a little bit later on this. Bomb shika bomb bomb, and there you go, a really good signing by the Cowboys. And again, if Prescott gets injured, the Red Rifle would be a very, very good signing for him, and could probably even win him some games. So, again, good signing by the Cowboys. I think he's making $3.5 million a year. Also, and this is for all Raider fans, and I said this as well. I said this in one of my posts. Please be aware of these people that allegedly are selling things. If you don't know them, don't buy from them. If you don't know them, don't buy. Because you got these people that are scamming you, and I don't want people out with their money. Hey, and I say this as well, I was scammed out of $53,000. Let me say that again. $53,000 from a contractor, okay? And I'm not proud of that, and I consider myself a very intelligent person, but when you can get scammed for $53,000 from a quote-unquote a legitimate contractor, anybody can be scammed. By the way, this bastard is not in jail yet. And, I'm not saying that I don't wish things upon him, but just be aware. Beware of these people out there. And here's this guy, Dan Zamora, who's even putting on the people, saying that he's in these Raider groups, and he's going to scam them for this, that, and the other thing. There was a guy that I did the information on the other day, and he has these people are scamming for Raider articles. So again, if you don't know the person personally, if you don't know other people that know the person personally, please stay away from people that are out to scam you. Keep your money, and go with what you need. Now, some quick hits for you. Whoop. I didn't do that right. Hang on here. Wrong thing. There we go. Let's do this. There we up. Kind of not good. Well, again, get rid of the Raider scammer. Apologies. There we go. Quick hits here. Again, new thing here. Apologies. A little bit of temporary technical difficulties. Anybody for Manny Ramirez? Well, Manny Ramirez is working out in Taiwan and is ready to make a major league comeback. So if you're in the market for like a high 40-year-old hitter, ManRam is available. That is if and when the major league season comes on. So get ready for Manny Ramirez possibly making his way back to the major leagues. Yeah, you can share it up there, Julio. You can just share it up. I'll do that. Also, Senate Leader Mitch O'Connell said that the sports is needed by the United States. Well, Mitch, I agree with you, but that's about the biggest, easiest duh we can have. We all agree the United States is ready for sports. We need things to open up. But I tell you, Mitch, I agree, but let's make sure that we do things healthy and not too quickly. College football is trying their own path. They have at least their accession list of what they are going to have to do in order to have a college football season. Pay close attention to that, and hopefully college will, in fact, have their season come along real soon. But I tell you, out the gate, probably the most ambitious of all of the sports, and I say sports with air quotes. I guess it's definitely a sports in the fact that it takes physical exertion to be a NASCAR driver. But NASCAR is planning, 7 events in 11 days? Like double headers? This is allegedly the latter part of May. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition or not. 7 events in 11 days. That's highly good for NASCAR. And if you were looking at probably one of the true quote unquote sports items today, it was somewhat live, but I actually watched it. That's how hard up we are for sports. Is the fact that I watched on ESPN today. It was the show Major League Baseball, the video game where you had in the final Tampa Bay pitcher Blake Snell won 3-0 over some kid from the White Sox. Some pitcher I don't even remember his name. I'm sorry, I don't. Never heard of him, but Blake Snell won handily. The last time I checked, it was like 6-0 in the final game. 7 complete overhauls in 11 days. Well, you know what? I don't know, Doug. If you're a NASCAR guy, I don't know if you can do that. Obviously you can't run everything because there are those events that are double headers, and you can't have your car in 2 events at the same time. Undercover on Facebook is Wade Raider. If anybody talks bad about Deadpool, I'm gonna get him. Good humor for everybody as well. Make sure you are following with Wade Raider. And remember, those are our quick hits for tonight. Man, my eyes are bothering me already. Shoot. Didn't swear yet. But again, thank you for joining me here, which means that it's about time. Let's do this right. Transition over to the phone, and let me get the phone. Don't call in yet. Let me make sure I get my phone online up here. So again, if you want to join us tonight, the number is 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. I am bringing up the phone as we speak, so hopefully we'll have it ready to go. Would love to hear from folks. Remember, this is a call-in show, and the callers dictate the conversation. Rudy is still on in the background. Damn it, my eyes suck. And I'm going to try not to the one thing I didn't do is have myself ready. Too much money college football to cancel. I agree, Mike. Sports fan get used to it, spend more time with the family. That's true, Steve. That's true. We have one call. And Jimmy Farrell, you're not gonna be in first because I'm going to 214, who am I speaking to? 214, who am I speaking to?
Deadpool.
Deadpool, good.
Who am I speaking to?
I'm glad you came in, brother. Hey, do me a favor, Wade, as well. Make sure that you text me, so I will have your number in my phone, and I'll put your number in here. Let me make sure that I go to this, so nobody will knock you out inadvertently. Great hearing from you, brother. I appreciate you joining us tonight. What's going on in Texas, man?
Nothing. Just hanging out, like talking about this Andy Dalton thing. I mean, it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, I mean, that was
What was your?
I mean, I as a sports fan, you got to look at it analytically that the Cowboys made a fantastic decision there. I mean, who was the last really good backup for the Cowboys? I mean, really good backup? Was it what? The Bernie Kosar?
Marcus Mariota, right? That was the last good backup
for the Cowboys.
Oh, for the Cowboys? No, they haven't had one in a while.
Right. I mean, I think Bernie Kosar, who won a, and I'll tell you how long ago this was. Bernie Kosar won a Super Bowl ring with the Dallas Cowboys, and the Cowboys haven't won anything in 20 years. So, okay, Mike Sarah puts in John Kitna. I'll go with that. Jason Garrett, I don't know about that, Watts.
I mean, the Cowboys have some interesting things going on. I mean, if you look at Dalton, I think that's a direct reflection on what Elliott did by sitting out the first season when he didn't cut his deal, right? They've obviously not cut Dak a deal. I think they have some concern that he may sit out games if he doesn't get his way. And Andy Dalton will come in and obviously play those games. They can't take that risk.
Right.
So I think that's part of it. I think I'm happy for all my friends that are Gingers. I think Ginger Nation is probably really excited to have Andy Dalton back in the saddle again.
Ginger Nation.
So I think that's good. But the Cowboys also have something interesting with McCarthy because the Green Bay Packers. The rumor was that McCarthy got canned because Aaron Rodgers didn't like how he was coaching the team. And it sounded like management and everything kind of went with Aaron Rodgers and they canned McCarthy. The Cowboys obviously picked him up, which I think is great. I think he's a great coach. And then you turn around and the drama that's coming out now is that Aaron Rodgers is such a little crybaby and uncoachable that they've actually moved up in the draft to draft another QB. So the new coach that Aaron was like preaching on last year that he wanted in, saying he was so great, has now said Aaron just does what he wants to do. He's not playing. So I think the Cowboys picking up McCarthy, it's starting to look a little bit different now. So, I mean, they got a great coach too. So who knows? Maybe they can turn that ship around and get one more before Jerry moves off onto the pasture.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Watts Raider, you are correct. Romo was the backup. In fact, Watts, I have the trivia question for you. When did Tony Romo assume the role of quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? I know the exact date, and I will give everybody 5 seconds, and I'll do this as well. Okay, go ahead there, Wade. And again, good hearing from you. So you're down in Texas.
How much time was it before Tony Romo fumbled the kickoff ball? After he became quarterback.
You mean he threw an interception on his first pass. That was a pick six.
Yeah, but didn't he also kind of flub? He was the placeholder,
right?
Wasn't he? At one time for the kick. Yeah.
Yeah, he flubbed the extra point. Yeah, but he did. It was after Bledsoe got hurt, but I know the exact date, and I'll tell you the reason why I know that. He flubbed the extra point against a game against the Seahawks, or was it the Giants? It was a playoff game. It was either against the Seahawks or the Giants, and it was the playoff game. He screwed up the extra point, and Dallas lost. Okay, and that's for true, and he fumbled the field goal try. Okay, it was in Seattle, so I did have it right. The date, I'm clueless. I'm going to tell you, Watts, when I'm done. I'm going to tell everybody the date because I know personally, and I know the reason why. But yeah, I think it's a good. I think it's a good hit for them. Hell, the fact that Mariota is our backup is wonderful for the Raiders because the Raiders have not had a good backup quarterback since when I mean Vince Evans, Wade Wilson. Jim Plunkett is Stabler's. I'll say Jim Plunkett is Stabler's backup was the last really good backup the Raiders have had. So it's been a while as well.
I have a soft spot for Wade Wilson.
Being Wade and Wade.
But anyway.
Yeah. Well, I like Wade Wilson when he came in that one day game against the Chargers. We were down like 6-0. And Wade Wilson came in. I think he was the third quarterback that came in there, threw a long bomb. I think it might have been to either James. I think it was to James Jett. I know it was somebody that was streaking down the right sidelines, and we won like 7-6.
Yeah. So I'm curious. Do you think that Mariota is just a backup quarterback, or do you think he will be brought in? Kind of like Tyson Hill is brought in for New Orleans for special plays and things like that.
Well, I think that it's a good possibility that there is going to be some gadget plays with Mariota. The fact that he is here, and that I really, Ed Winchell, we're talking, man. Okay, you don't care about the Cowboys. Since I have a Cowboys fan, I'll be nice, kind, and call them the Cowboys. Yeah, that was Mike Sarah was talking about that. I think that there will be some gadget plays with Mariota. I mean, I think that he will. I've gone back and forth on it, but now that we have all of these players that can do so many gadgets, I think that it's going to be something that we'll utilize. I mean, here's the thing. If you have, like, say, Mariota in the backfield, and I think Angria was talking this she said this in something the other day. She said, if you have Marcus Mariota in the backfield, right? And then you have Bowden on one side and you have Jacobs on the other side. Who's going to get the ball and do what? True Wildcat, are you going to split everybody out wide and then just have everybody all kerfuffled on the defensive front and they don't know what's going to be going on? So, I mean, it's really going to be a really positive thing to watch as Raiders fans, again, seeing what we got going on.
Yeah, I especially like that Mayock has come out and said that Bowden is a running back. I mean, even on the Raiders site, they're listing him as a running back.
Right.
So I like that's where they're going to focus, but knowing, like you said, that as far as, like, because nowadays in this league, running backs have to catch the ball. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, and it's going to be, to your point, who does the defense cover? Do you have enough people? So is Tyrell, in your opinion, our true number one?
No, I mean, right now, even in the chart, it says that he's number one, but I think that really, it's going to come down to Ruggs. But it's going to maybe Terrell Williams is going to be the one. And here's the other thing. If Aguilar, and I said big if Aguilar makes the team, he's going to play that role, the guy that goes and gets the splits on the defenses, with Terrell reverting to the number 2 role, okay? Because I think Edwards is really going to push Terrell Williams as the number 2. Ruggs, it'll be very hard for a rookie to come in and be the true number 1 immediate starter. I think he's going to get a lot of playing time, but I can't see Henry Ruggs starting right out with as the number 1 receiver, because Gruden hates rookies. Okay, let me rephrase. Maybe he doesn't hate rookies, but he doesn't trust rookies. Okay. And that's why I think that it's going to be a while till we see Henry Ruggs start a game. I say at least 3 games. It's going to be a while to see Henry Ruggs. Maybe by the 3rd game, because remember you're coming in there, and we don't have all of these camps that people normally would have.
I agree. I think Ruggs will be treated like Marshawn Lynch when he came in, where Marshawn Lynch was like, just run straight. Like, you don't need to know the playbook, just run straight. And I think Ruggs, it'll be like, bring him in, put him on the side, and just let him burn up the field. And if he ends up being wide open, you throw it to him, and hopefully he takes the defense off of Aguilar and everybody else. Aguilar is an interesting. I followed Aguilar's rookie year. I was really interested in him in my fantasy league, and he really let everybody down. And I have friends that are Philly fans, and they truly believe that the city of Philly got in his head, and that's why you saw Aguilar struggle so much and have sites. Is that the city of Philly fans, anybody who knows, they are Raider Nation's hardcore. Those guys are really hardcore as well.
Hey, remember,
And
Wade, I'm from Philly as a
they,
kid.
They got down on him. Do what?
I'm actually from Philly as a kid, so you don't have to tell me about Philly fans, brother.
There you go.
Yeah.
So I mean, they say they got in his head, so he may, with a fresh start with the Raiders. Who knows? He's got speed and hands. He just needs to work on his execution, and who knows? Maybe he can light it up for us.
I think that as long as Aguilar shows a modicum of what he is capable of, it'll be good for him. I think, but he's got to come in. He can't screw up. He can't let what happened in Philly affect him in camp. Okay.
100%.
And if he does, he'll be there. Hey, Wade, what are your events that you have coming on? Providing that there are events to do that you will be. And again, these are to be determined events. But where do we see? Wade, and by the way, loved your appearance in that the football handoff with everybody. Way to close out the video. That was fantastic.
That was a good time. I loved that. Everybody came together. Ravine did a great job editing it. It was so much fun. I hope to be at Raider Explosion. Would probably be the next one. TNBC, if they reschedule their party here in Texas, I always like to hang out with those guys. I know Raider Homer and a bunch of those guys come up for that. And then obviously anything happening in Vegas that may be happening. I'm hoping that, if we get past this quarantine, we might see it. Otherwise, I've been jumping into Zoom parties and doing some DJing and having some fun with that. So I'm always looking to reach out to Raider Nation.
Well, again, man, it is always good hearing from you, brother. And I appreciate you calling in. Don't be a stranger, man. Just get that subscription in and ring that bell, because I'd love to hear from you more often, because again, it's always a pleasure to have my brethren, the folks who dress, in here.
You got it. Thank you so much. Have a great night, man.
All right. Good hearing from you, brother. You take care.
You too.
Folks, that was Wade Raider, and I am very happy that he called in tonight. I gave him a little extra time because, again, special occasion, and the fact that we all wanted him in here. There were people that were last here that said, "Hey, we need to hear from Wade Raider," so that's why he was here. But again, it's time to get the calls in. Line is open, 813-699-0834. Wade, thanks again. I got to answer this from Watts. The date was 23. You get it right. November. No, what was it? See, no, it was October 20. October 23rd, 2006. That was when Tony Romo took over for Drew Bledsoe on a Monday night game. October 23rd, 2006. The reason why I know that, Watts, is because I was waking up from my triple bypass. I'm going to make sure that James gets in here. James is on the line. 1 second. I was waiting up from the triple bypass. I woke up at halftime, and when I looked on the screen, it's the Monday Night Football, and I said, "Oh my God, Steve, you're gonna have to wait because Jimmy Farrell is on." But when I woke up, I said, "I must be dead because Tony Romo is playing quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys." October 23rd, 2006. Jimmy Farrell, how you doing, brother? Jimmy Farrell. Jimmy.
Hello?
Yes, Jimmy, I'm here, man. What's going on? Jimmy. 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 I hate doing this. Jimmy Farrell, talk to me, brother. Tell you what, Jimmy Farrell, call back. Again, if you call in, I can only stress this enough, is if you call in, make sure that you know that there's about a 10-second delay. Steve, Raider Steve's on the line. Jimmy Farrell can call back after Steve. Steve, are you here?
Hello?
Yes, Steve, are you here? Can you hear me, brother? Steve! 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 I get... Jimmy Farrell might call in. Here's the thing. There is a delay. It's a good 10 seconds. If you dial in, wait, and remember, don't listen to the broadcast. If you listen to the broadcast, it's going to screw you up, okay? It's going to screw you up. Stop listening. When you call in, stop listening to the broadcast because I am going to be talking to you. Jimmy Farrell, let's try this again. Are you there?
Yeah,
There,
I can hear you now.
there.
I couldn't hear you before.
I don't know what. Like I said, thank you for calling back there, Jimmy. And Steve called in. I hate screaming at the screen. I sound like such an imbecile. So what's going on, Jimmy? What's going on?
Well, I'm binge watching. I'm watching Californication. I'm up to season 4.
California. I saw the movie. I saw the movie.
It's a TV show.
Yeah, I didn't watch the TV show. Sorry.
It's pretty unrealistic. I mean, David Duchovny is a writer, and every time he meets a woman and talks to her, he winds up in bed with her. You know, it's kind of like that kind of unrealistic thing.
Yeah, I think the only person that winds up in bed with David Duchovny is Tia Leone. And that's his wife.
Oh, that's his real life?
That's his real wife. Yeah, you used to watch the show Madam Secretary on CBS?
No.
Okay, well, do you know the show Madam Secretary?
Yeah, I heard of it.
Okay,
yeah.
That's his wife.
Oh, the blonde?
Yeah, the blonde.
That's her?
There you go.
Oh,
yeah.
That's his wife? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, it's just going to show what kind of weekend I have. How often do you go see your doctor?
How often do I see my doctor? When I need to. If I have
your ear doctor.
My ear doctor?
Yeah. Ear, nose, and throat doctor. How often do you see him?
I haven't been to an ENT. I went to an eye doctor, and I went to an ear, nose, and throat, I think in January was the last time I went to.
How often do you get your ears cleaned?
I clean my ears when I can because I have wax buildup that occurs, so I do it myself.
Well, it goes to show what kind of weekend I have. I've been watching wax cleaning on YouTube, and if you they have like go inside your ear to clean the wax, and you'd be amazed how much crap is in your ear.
Oh yeah. And I have to do it by myself because, again, I have and not to gross people out, but I have an inordinate amount of wax buildup. So I can when I can hear that I'm not really can't hear very well. I have the kit with the was it like the water bulb where you flush it out. And by the way, the best thing to use is hydrogen peroxide. Put it in your ear, let it bubble for about 5 minutes. Then you take the bulb, one of those bulb things, soak up the water and gush it.
That doesn't really work. I mean,
yeah, it does.
I get it done once a year. The guy has like he flushes it out or he sucks all the crap out. And it's, I go like once a year.
Well, I do
You know,
I
if
do it
you-
when I need to.
If you don't go like every year, you're gonna be losing your hearing. Let me tell you.
Well, Jimmy, I kind of disagree. If you need to do it from a doctor, by all means do it. But trust me, my hearing is a lot better when I keep it clean myself, because I know when I get that wax buildup, I can't hear.
Yeah. Well, just kind of, I thought I'd lay you the info.
There you go. Well, that's good.
I know the other calls like, what the hell is he watching?
I'm still watching Rudy.
Well, I tell you, hey, Raider fans, please, once a year, get your eyes checked, get your ears tested, get them clean, because this is a thing you got to take care of yourself.
There you go.
But I really don't have any football. Although I was just listening to a couple of podcasts, they were talking about the draft itself.
Hey, imagine that, talking sports. People are bitching we're not talking sports. Talk the draft, Jimmy.
I love the draft. I mean, I thought it was a good draft. I mean, I'm tired of these. Back where I am, they had this, they call draft experts. He says the Raiders were the worst pick. The 19th pick was the worst pick in the first round. He's like, well, I don't know why he picked that guy. I'm like, jackass. We didn't have a. I don't understand. They don't get why we picked the cornerback from Ohio State. We don't have a second round. That's why we picked him. To say that the Raiders was the 19th pick was the worst draft pick in the league. It's absurd.
Who said this?
I don't know. I think it was like this guy Matt Miller. I think that's what his name was. Some
some schlub. Here. Yeah. You know what? Some guy who has an asshole, right? And opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and they all stink. That's and that's what I was trying to say when I was talking with I can't remember who we were. I think it was Mike Sarah. Yeah, it's his opinion. The Raiders did not have a second round pick, and we used our pick for a guy who rated out as one of the top cornerbacks opposite the best cornerback allegedly in the draft, and he was picked on a lot. He gave up one touchdown in college, okay? So screw Matt Miller or whoever he is, okay?
Right.
But you know what? Don't give a crap. You don't give a crap.
I mean, these are guys that probably couldn't get a job in a newspaper, so they invent their own website and talk crap, which they don't know shit about.
Right. And here's the thing. Now let's say Arnett with Mullen turn out to be the starting corners for the Raiders for the next 7 to 10 years. Okay, and that's if we want to stay that. Okay. Here it is, okay? And again, Watts Raider liked the pick, and I trust me, I like what Watts has to say. He actually studies people, okay? And a Hunter Renfrow card for $15, that's not bad, Eric. Hey, Jimmy, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go right to Raider Homer.
All right, take care.
All right, Jimmy Farrell is out. Appreciate that. Raider Homer, you are here. Raider, are you listening or are you still watching? Raider, Homer.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, like I said, if you call in, man, I'm going to be on you. There's that delay. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. I'm sorry to hear about your earwax problems, man. So.
Well, hey, like you said, man, I am very topical. And if you're going to talk about it, Jimmy brought it up. And like I said, I wasn't trying to be, really gross about it, but I don't give a shit who knows that I clean out my ears, because if I don't, I can't hear.
For the most part, you don't have to try to be gross, period, right?
Oh, I don't have to try to be gross, so you're saying I'm gross all the time? Yeah, hey, Homer, since
Hey.
I'm trying to keep it on a PG level, you know what my response to you is, right?
Yeah.
There
I
you
know.
go. I'll keep
I
it. I'll keep
understand.
it as that because there are kids in the crowd. So just keep that. That's your one. Remember, I usually give you three. What's going on with you tonight, brother?
Nothing much. I was just thinking about the draft and how people are, some people are talking bad about it. But the one thing to keep in mind, right, after last year's draft, hitting it out of the park like that, the bar was set high. So it was going to be hard to match that, right? But what I liked, what I saw in the draft, right, is that we were able to draft for need and depth, right? In the first round, we needed a wide receiver and we needed a cornerback. We did that. And then the rest, those guys can be contributors, right, and or special teamers. But I do think Muse is going to be a starter day one, weak side linebacker, and then drop back into the dime as a DB. But I think he's also going to be the Mad Max of this draft. But
whoa! Muse as a starter day one. I don't know about that one. I mean, I know he's gonna. Well, first
who's
off,
going to be on the weak side? Who's going to start over him on the weak side? He's got speed. He's intelligent. He can play two different positions. Player.
I don't disagree.
Can have that speed.
I don't disagree with that. But first off, I mean, look at it analytically, and the fact is, he's a rookie that has to come in and learn a system, and quote unquote. Remember, allegedly, Gunther is the defensive coordinator. I can see him being gone in about 4 games if the defense doesn't play well. But that's another thing. Remember, also Gunther has pretty much, the front 7 wrapped up. So if Muse is going to be one of those linebackers, and we're using him as a linebacker, he's going to have to learn under Rod Marinelli. And I don't know whether he's going to be equating to come in there and do that. I'm not saying he can't, but the cards are pretty much stacked against him.
I just don't see it. I think that speed will allow him to make up for mental errors. But like Mayock said, that they drilled him not only on safety questions but linebacking questions, and they felt like he aced it. So I got a feeling, and then they listed him as a linebacker. So I got a funny feeling he'll be starting because you got Corey Littleton on the strong side. You'll have Kwiatkowski in the middle, and then you'll have Muse on the weak side.
Kwiatkowski, man.
Whatever, man. The dude, that's what I'm gonna call him.
How about K-Man?
But fine. But I'm just saying that this draft I thought was a good sign for the team overall, right? Because we didn't have to swing for the fences, right? We're hitting singles and doubles right now because we hit home runs in the first draft of Mayock's, right?
Yeah.
So now we're looking for a little bit of depth, rotation, special teams, contributors. Like I think Bo is going to be returning kicks and punts and backup running back. That's an important part. Like if what's the last guy's name? Amit Robinson. If he makes the team, I can see him as a gunner. I don't, or a slot, maybe a slot, but he's a little undersized.
Right.
We've already seen what happens with undersized.
No, I think Robertson's definitely going to make the team, barring injury. I mean, unless he has an injury, which actually, and we were listening. If you listen to Bill Williamson's interview the other day, he had an injury coming out of high school, which prevented him from going to LSU, which is why he went to Louisiana Tech. He had an injury this past senior year that prevented him from going to the combine. So that kind of dropped him on the draft board. So unfortunately, he's getting injured at the inopportune times. If he stays injury free, there's no reason why that we won't have really 4 solid corners between Mullen, Arnett, Johnson, and Robertson as 4 solid cornerbacks, so we can go nickel dime in and out. I think it'll be great.
Well, don't forget Joyner. I think Joyner's going to have a bounce-back season this year because he's going to have Corey Littleton, someone he's used to communicating with in the middle, help him. They're each other. I think he's going to have a bounce-back year at the slot. But anyway, I give the draft overall B. I didn't think we had to swing for the fences. I thought they did well. I see what happens this season.
Yeah, I mean those people that were saying that we had a shitty draft, they're screwed up. And yeah, by the way, and Watts is right, Logan is right. Eric, Jack Del Rio is the defensive coordinator for the Washington Redskins. He's working with the old coach of the Panthers, who's actually the Redskins' new coach. Tell you what, man, don't sleep on the Redskins this year. I think that they could have a really good year in the East, and maybe maybe they can take the East. I think it's not a stretch. Go ahead, Homer. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no. How this off season goes too, with COVID-19. I think rookie minicamp is canceled, right? OTAs, right? I don't know. We'll see. The other thing I wanted to point out, right, as on the Only Nation podcast, thank you for the plug. I was talking about using Mariota, right, in like a RPO situation in the red zone. I can see Bowden being that guy too. Maybe with a Mariota and a Bowden in the red zone, 10 yards out or whatever, depending on what defense we're playing,
Right.
What do you think about that?
No, I said that. I said if you have Mariota come in with Bowden and Jacobs, and and you flank one of those backs out, probably. It's not necessarily going to be Bowden flanking out, because Jacobs can go in the slot as well, which would really freak people out, because then people would be thinking that it's going to be Bowden the first one there. This John Gruden is having a football photo coach's wet dream. He has all of these plays that he can't wait to devise. And I tell you, it'll be wonderful to see it.
And I think Ruggs, I know y'all were talking about he may take him some time. He might just be like the decoy, but he had like a 2.7% drop rate, I think, in college. I think he's gonna go from day one too. I think he's gonna he will stretch that field for sure. They're definitely gonna want to use him as a decoy.
Well, it depends upon
around, right. 20 yards or less. Ruggs was elite. Touchdowns and all that, and then Derek Carr is the same, 20 yards or less. He's in elite company. So those two combined, I think.
Homer, I agree in one respect, and you're cutting in and out. But the thing with Ruggs is that he has to learn the playbook. These people are not going to be starters if and until they learn the playbook. And if they don't know the playbook to the degree that John Gruden wants him to know the playbook, he's not going to start.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. I think that, considering the type of players that they're going for smart, football-oriented, not just guys that get in there and smash, but guys that can smash but can also think. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he's ready to go, especially with, Gruden and all them being able to coach. I think he's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, I'd like to see it, but here's the thing. It's like, Heidi Stabber, thanks for coming in, honey. We'll
Hi,
see.
Heidi.
Yeah, and Homer said hi to you as well, Heidi. It's going to be a fantastic evolution to see what we have.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see who we're going to have as our 53. I'm really excited to see who we're going to have as our 53.
Last year I called for 10-6. You said we would be lucky to go 8-8, and you called for 7-9. We went 7. Draft class and free agency class. Do you think that we could even to go to 11-5?
I tell you what, I can see 11-5, but that's if we really come out and show it. The reason why 11-5 might be a stretch is because this team is still young, and we don't know how they're going to mesh together because of damn COVID. The COVID virus
for the most part, the offense is pretty much intact, even though Gabe Jackson's on the trading block and the trade deadline's not for a while. But I think the offense is coming back pretty much intact, so it's not like Bugs, would have to be like up to speed and Bowden, right, if they were going to be immediate, impact players, right? But I back intact, and then the revamped defense, man, I do see 10-6. Of course, I say 10-6 every year, but I think, because now I know in Tampa it went back and forth, but he usually doesn't take a step back.
Hey.
So I'm hoping for the best.
All right. Hey, thanks again, brother. Good hearing from you.
All
right, cool.
That's Raider Homer. Good hearing from Raider Homer. We go from Raider Homer, and hopefully he won't hang up. We got Ed Winchell on the line. Ed, are you still here? Hello? Ed Winchell's not here. Remember, folks, when I get you on the line, okay? When I get you on the line, it might be a little bit, but stay on the line, okay? Please stay on the line. I wanna hear from you, so we can hear. Like, there's gonna be that little bit of a lag. Stop watching the show. I thank you for watching the show, but don't watch the show when I know that you're gonna be here, because this way I can't. You're gonna be listening for yourself, and you're not gonna hear that I picked up on you. Okay, and Homer Wade, Deadpool says for you to switch to Verizon. I have Verizon. There you go. Okay, Ed Winchell is on. Ed Winchell, don't hang up. Don't hang up. Are you here?
I'm with you, Cap.
Okay, that's great. I like hearing from you, brother. How you doing tonight there, Ed?
I'm doing well. Thank you very much for asking.
Yeah. So what's up in
I have a question for you.
in Sacktown, man? Hey, I'll answer whatever you want.
Sacktown.
Yeah.
You know, I know that all of us listening, you're as part of your audience to your show,
Yep.
are very knowledgeable sports fans.
I would hope.
But I have a question, and I'm seeing all over the place different numbers that are driving me crazy, and I'm hoping you can clear it up for me. Next season, 2020, is the schedule 16 games or 17 games?
I've been told that the 17th game does not take place until 2021. What does take place this year is that we get that extra playoff team. Okay?
Right.
So 2020, 16 games. Okay? 16, as far as I know, 16 games 2020. 2021 goes to the 17th game. The only thing that happens immediately is that we get that extra playoff team this year.
Right. That's what I thought. And it's interesting how half of the people I talk to, they're convinced it's a 17-game schedule. I'm serious. And the rest agree with us it's a 16 games. And I'm losing my mind because everywhere I turn, I'm seeing 17 and 16 for the 2020 season.
Well, you know what? We're going to find out in about what, a week or 10 days when the schedule comes out.
I agree. Now, something to think about when that schedule comes out. Do you see the Raiders playing Tampa Bay in Vegas on the opening season weekend? I think that would be a great game.
It smacks of a Monday night opener. It could be. I can also see the Raiders opening up against the Saints. I can let me see who else would be a really good. I see the Saints. I can see the Bucks. Try to remember who we have this year. I know we have, like I said, the NFC South. Let's see here. You know what? Let me see. It's the NFC South, so I can see the Bucks and the Saints in Oakland. I can see us with who else is there now? It won't be. I'm trying to think of what AFC we're playing. No, I don't see the Ravens there. You know, like I said, it's possible. It's possible. I'm not really sure.
I sure hope the season starts.
Well, remember that there are all these people that are saying that, you know, it's they have like, and the schedule's going to come out, and there's contingencies as well. Okay, contingencies. Whether if the season starts late. By the way, there was a semi-naked woman on the screen. We're watching Bull Durham now, so there is Sunday night sports. But she had her top on, so it was a decent looking blood. It was the chick that gets trained like everybody like a train. Anyway, I won't say anything more. But yeah, Millie's just come back. Nice looking bubble headed blonde. But go from there. Well, now I'll be honest, man. Until I feel comfortable coming out, I'm not going to be as I'm not going to be as comfortable coming out to these things until I see how the United States is handling this situation. I really hope that things are better, because I want to be there for the opener. I mean, if I have to, and I can definitely see myself doing this, I can see myself going to the opener, and maybe that might be one of the few times that I do that, because I don't want to miss out on being in Vegas for the opener. But I'm really kind of, not that I'm scared shitless. I think that's the wrong way to say it, but I'm really reticent because of my health concerns. I'm really reticent about my health concerns.
You paid and got all your season tickets taken care of?
Yeah. I'm paid up. Yeah, I'm paid up. I got my PSLs done. They're done. My season tickets, I think I paid my last payment a little while ago for that. So
right.
There it is. And we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I tell you what, if I don't go to the opening game in Vegas, I don't know whether that I would be. Now, I tell you what, I can sell those tickets for a very pretty penny.
Oh, hell yeah.
I can sell those for a pretty penny. I might be able to make my money back on the entire package. But sure. Do I want to do that? I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, maybe I'll be selfish and try to get a bunch of my money back, but I don't know.
Let's be positive and hope something works out.
Well, I certainly hope so as well, Ed. I really do. Like I said, I know that you were the point of contact for the opening weekend party in Vegas with Captain Jack. So,
right.
And if that comes to, and I'll obviously be with you. I mean, if it's not the first game, whenever that game is, we're going to have a big party in such and such a place, and Ed Winchell is going to be the point of contact for that. I'm going to be going around to a bunch of different events, but we'll definitely have a party in Vegas. Yeah, I know, blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Wade, blasphemy, mutiny. I don't know. Fucking spell check. Yeah, I got you. But we'll see. I mean, I definitely want to be there. I said I'd probably really hate myself in the morning if I didn't go.
Well, I hope you make the right decision, because right now it's really 50-50, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's 50-50 for me. Hey, Ed, I got to get Jared on the line, but thanks for calling in, brother.
Okay, buddy. Take care.
All right, that was Ed Winchell. Always good to hear from Ed. And now, since we do cater to our audience, I'd like to welcome our favorite, because we don't really like a lot of Pittsburgh fans, but we like Jared. Jared, how you doing, brother? What's going on with you?
Good, Captain Jack. How are you doing this fine Sunday night?
I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I went out and played golf today, so I'm a little stiff, but I'm okay, though. I can't complain. No.
Well, if you're a little stiff, that's good for the ladies.
Yeah, my neck. I mean, it was real warm today. My neck is all beat up like a lobster. However, I mean, my neck is like it's like kinked and everything. But it was a nice day. I got to play with my one friend and his buddy. So the three of us got to play today. It was real nice. Really good day to play. And it was good to get the clubs out and start hitting them for the first time in about 5 months. So I couldn't complain.
Yeah, I tell you, I'd like to play golf. I've played it like maybe, I'll be honest, about maybe 7 or 8 times in my life. I like the game. I don't get a chance to play it very often. So, you know, if I can find somebody to play golf with, I'd do that. But if you get down here, Jared, at such a time, bring your clubs, and then, but I'll have you investigate, because I really don't know where to play, and I'm sure that you investigate places to go. So we'll play golf, and then you can laugh, and you can probably shoot a video of, you know, Captain Jack really screwing up playing golf.
And I screw up too. Don't feel bad. Believe me, I screw up too. Eddie Winchell and I were talking yesterday actually about this last night, however, about this. But apparently it's like they're going to announce the NFL schedule possibly. What's going on with the Snapple ordeal?
Okay, say that again, Jared. I apologize. You were breaking up.
Sorry. I had a hiccup there too. I said that apparently, Eddie Winchell and I talked about this last night, and there was talk how they were going to announce the NFL schedule this week, possibly. Like later this week, this coming week. What do you make of that whole scenario?
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. Because again, 16 games, not 17. One extra playoff team, which we all know about. And I knew that they were talking about it being like in a week or two. I mean, let's put it this way: I expect to see the schedule at latest mid-May. At latest, I think they were talking about 10 May though.
Yeah, and May 10 is of course next Sunday being Monster Day. So I'm thinking if they don't announce it this Thursday, but this week, they might announce it this coming next weekend. You never know. I mean, like Saturday, possibly, or something like that. Maybe it'd be something to do, you know.
Well, again, people need to start making plans, and that's what they want, is that, you know, people will come in there and make plans, because we need to know what we're going to be doing, because we don't know what we're doing, we can't make plans.
Right. Let me ask you this: who do you think the first game's going to be against? I mean, by that I mean, which games do you think we're going to see? However, possibly the first Thursday, Sunday, and Monday games. Which games do you think we'll see? Which teams playing those games for the first week of the season?
Well, Ed Winchell asked me about that, and, you know, he said, could it be Tampa? I think that if you look for a game that would have all of those things in mind, of, you know, like the Gruden against the team that he won the Super Bowl with. The last time the Raiders played in the Super Bowl was with the Bucks. Gruden playing the Bucks in Vegas. I can see that as an opener. I can also see us opening up against the Saints as well.
That's what he was talking about too. Yeah, I think I was discussing both those games. Yeah, I can see that.
Steve, not quite yet, Steve. Jared doesn't have his 5 minutes yet. So go ahead there.
Something I think that will happen, though, and I talked about this with Eddie, too. I think it's going to be Kansas City and Houston, a rematch of the AFC title game, the first Thursday night of the season in Kansas City. It makes sense. Television wants the game. NBC will want it, however, for the Chiefs, however, for the Super Bowl party. And then there's talk that the Rams and the Falcons might play the first Sunday night game in Atlanta, possibly early against his old team, possibly, Jake. You know?
Well, with Gurley playing against that wouldn't be a bad one. That wouldn't be that's not a bad thing. I mean, I tell you what, there are going to be so many people with just the desire to see anything. Yeah. Like I said, I was watching the show 2020 on ESPN today, just to watch. And I was excited when Yandy, what the hell is Yandy's name? The Rays batter, Yandy, I can't remember his last name, hit a 2-run home run. Yeah, he hit a 2-run home run, and just like a Rays game, everybody was hitting except for Kiermaier. But that goes without saying. But the Kiermaier usually makes up for it in good defense. G-Man Choi was out doing his thing. So I'm watching the game, and it's like a real Rays game because the guys that are contributing for the Rays, who I see when I can, are actually contributing. And it's Blake Snell doing this. And I tell you, it was great. It's great, man. So that's what we were watching today, and it's because we're so starved. We're so starved for these things to watch. We're so starved for things to watch. And Blake Snell, I didn't watch the first 2 games. I caught it in time to watch. And who cares? You needed to win 3 games anyway, and Blake Snell won the 3rd game. So I mean, we're going to be like I said, preseason. Maybe preseason is. Steve's going to take you out now, there, Jared. Thanks again for calling in, brother. All right, and get rid of those hiccups as well. Hopefully, Jared's good to go. Now we got Raider Steve. Steve, are you here? Steve, can you hear me? Steve.
Yeah, hi, Captain Jack. Sorry about that. I apologize.
Yeah, no worries. Like I said, if you call in and you're watching the show, you're gonna be about 10 minutes late, and I'm gonna be screaming at you, "Hey, Steve," or Homer, or Jimmy, or whoever the hell I'm calling. And I hate doing that because I sound like such an imbecile. So what's going on with you there, Steve?
Hey, my thoughts and prayers are with the 16 people that tested positive on the work side of the Allegiant Stadium. I heard about that. Apparently, there was an article in the Las Vegas Journal very recently. You probably heard about that, I'm sure.
No, actually, I did not. I know that there were some people that were at the stadium that had tested positive. I didn't hear an exact number. So again, blessings to anybody that has this. Again, this is what really gets me seriously. Considering what I'm going to be doing, because again, I don't want this. I do not want COVID, man. I mean, I have a hard enough time just trying to be around when on a daily basis with my regular health problems, and you throw in something that can kill you and can take you out. I don't wish this upon anybody. I don't wish this upon anybody.
I don't either, Captain. What really infuriates the heck out of me, you know where I work, and we won't say where I work, but you have people that come into these retail stores, grocery stores. Their attitude is, they've got this attitude in Texas. They have this in Florida. They're like, I'm not going to have the government tell me what to do. There's no way. And you know what? That I'm going to wear a mask. Damn them, and all this stuff. I hear that a lot from other people, and I'm like, wait a minute. I wear a mask at my job every day, and you're going to bring in a family of 4, 6, and 8 people. Hardly anybody has a mask. They're starting to be better about it now because they wanted to have it where they were going to be fined $1,000, but then people said, well, we can't get masks and everything. So it's just, and then all these people showed up down at the Seawall down in Galveston yesterday because the governor apparently opened up the businesses to 25%. All these people see it. It's a green light. And so you get all these people. We even had our big grocery store over here. I know you have Publix and you have Winn-Dixie over there in Florida. We've got this one called HEB, right? And the president of the company says, I don't mind one person coming into the store, but you really have to bring 5 and 6 of your family members in to go grocery shopping. Please don't bring your whole family when you come here.
I agree. And I tell you, Logan Moore, who lives out in Vegas, I think he's talking about the workers here. I might be mistaken. He said it's only been 7 total in the 2 months of people out there out of thousands. I think that Logan is talking about the workers at the stadium. I might be wrong with that. Logan will comment in a minute. But again, if you have COVID, again, my best to you. I said that there are people here that are battling a lot of different diseases, and I don't put their names on blast because they're keeping their good. I was correct on that. They're keeping their situation to themselves. I don't mind saying that I am a high risk person. I have several different things that are going on, And I'm not going to get into it. You guys know I got a bad ticker. I will say that. You know I'm a diabetic, so there you go. I'm a diabetic with a bad ticker, and I'm above the age of 55. There you go. Those are three big reasons why I really have to take care of myself.
Well, thoughts and prayers are with you, Captain. And this is the thing about it. When people are out there doing that, they're not wearing a mask. They're not going to have anybody tell them what to do. Then they get sick, and then they give it to somebody that is a higher risk. The blood's basically on their hands. I don't mean to be, but this is a serious matter. And these people are like, I'm not going to wear a mask. I see it all the time, Captain. And I'm like, what the hell are you people thinking?
Yeah.
What are you thinking? You're a bunch of idiots, and they're all around it. And I hate to say it, and I don't want to put a damper on the parade and everything, Captain, but these people are, you know what? They're houseplants.
Yeah, they
don't care. It's all about them, Captain.
Yeah, and you know what? It's one of the reasons why that even when I'm allowed to go back to work, when I go back to work, I'm going to be wearing, and if you guys haven't seen it, I got a chance to wear, I don't know if you guys see, I wore this when I went out to get some dinner the other day, okay? Love the fact that it says Oakland Raiders too, and it has the insert. It has the insert. But again, I wore my mask, and I'm going to be wearing my mask for quite a while, because until they tell me that that COVID-19 has kind of dissipated to minimal, I got to protect myself. And that's, the mask does not work.
What they were saying here in the Houston area, there's 1,000 new cases a day, and 25 to 50 people a day are dying from this, because they've let their guard down. Because the problem is, you have some of these businesses that's obviously all about the money, and everybody wants to go back to work, but it's like, I'm really torn between this, because I don't have to work, but I'm in a type of work I do. I've got to wear a mask. I've been wearing it since April the 6th. But I just look around me, and it's just these people, either they're stupid or they just are giving the finger to the government because they don't have. Some of these people in Texas are idiots. They're not going to have anybody tell them what to do. But anyway, I wanted to get my main point. I didn't mean to belabor this. Are we going to have the schedule come out this week? And do you foresee that we're going to be having games in front of no audiences there at Allegiant for the first couple games?
It's possible, but I don't know exactly what's going on. Anything is possible, but I say make sure that whatever you do, you put the health of people in mind, and it doesn't matter. I mean, if you have to go with the first couple of games, especially especially the preseason, man. If you go to the preseason with 0 fans, great, okay? I tell you, man. And by the way, Mr. Wombat's come in here. Mr. Wombat is a medical professional. Thank you for doing what you do, sir. And he is wearing a mask, Deadpool. He's in Texas, too. Deadpool's messing with you, but in a good way. COVID-19 deaths are valid. Games with no fans in football. Well, Watts, I'm telling you, man. Do you really care about a preseason game? Honestly, do you care about a preseason game? I don't. And if that's what we have to do in order to maybe grease the skids for people coming out, then I'll do that. I'd like to go to a game, sure, but I don't care about a face plant with Eric. Sorry guys, I'm doing this is my opinion. Everybody has an opinion because everybody has an asshole. There you go. And everybody's your opinions could be like assholes that they all smell, things like that. To see the rookies, that's about it. But you can watch it on TV there, Watts. You can watch it on TV. I'm good with no preseason, say they close stadium games until they figure it out. Thank you, Mr. Wombat. And he is a medical professional. He's a medical professional. So again, Mr. Wombat, who is a medical professional, knows what we're dealing with, folks. He knows what we're dealing with. Oh, that's fine. Don't worry about it, Eric. I can have fun with the best of them. I like to hear. Hey, let's do the face. Like boom, right to the face. There you go. But no worries, man. I'm talking about I know, Watts. Again, CDC changed or updated COVID-19 numbers are way less. Well, I'm glad, but we'll see what they actually are. We'll see what they actually are. They can have scrimmages in place of preseason games. I agree. But again, hey, Steve, I appreciate you calling in, brother. It's always a pleasure. And again, continue to watch. Continue. Hey, by the way, folks, if you see that I'm inundating my messages, sending these out as messages, it's only because I try to get the word out. Remember, subscribe and ring the bell. Subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll know when I'm on. Normally, it's Thursdays and Sundays. You can almost set a clock to it. And again, when I do other shows, we'll be there. We'll be there. But again, if I send you a message on Facebook, do me a favor and share it up to everybody, because apparently I can only share to 10 groups now, which kind of sucks, but that's just the way it is. I like to get the word out. And again, if you're not watching live, then please watch when you can. And again, Steve, thanks for calling in, brother. You take care and continue to do the hard job that you're doing, brother.
No problem. You take care of yourself, Captain. When I wear a face shield and wear my gloves and everything and hand sanitize, I'm doing this for you and all the other people because that's just the right thing to do. Whether you want to say it's a Christian thing or just a humanitarian thing, we have to do that think about other people. And the people that are not wearing a mask are selfish, and you have to be selfless because that's what's good for humanity. God bless you. I'm sorry I went serious tonight, but it's something I take very seriously, Captain, and good health, and keep us updated, okay, brother?
You got it, brother. You take care over there.
Stay safe. God bless. Bye.
God bless you as well. That's Houston Steve. Good to hear from him. Irritates me if the public can't get in here. Okay, so Don is saying scrimmage against the preseason games only for money, not for anything else. And again, I respect Mr. Wombat because, again, I think that if you're a medical professional like Doc, I got two docs. I got Doc that's in Virginia. I got Doc that's, he's the Patriots fan. I can't remember where Doc's at. That's the second Doc. I got Mr. Wombat, who's a medical professional. So again, if you're a medical professional, I obviously respect your opinion because you know what the hell's going on. I respect Polo. Polo is a firefighter, which means he knows what the hell's going on. He knows what is going on because he needs to know, okay? Again, first responder who knows what's going on. I respect Polo's opinion. If you are of that ilk, okay, then I respect to hear from you. I know what I do for a living, but I can't broadcast what I know because I'd get either fired for it or I'd get thrown in prison. And I'd rather not get thrown in prison. So, yeah, I know, firefighter is medical professional. I get that. A firefighter and a first responder. Okay. Times last season, did the defense show up in the second half? How many times did the defense give up a first half lead? That's a good question. But again, it was the fact that the offense really couldn't do anything as well. Don't forget the postal workers. Yeah, I tell you, I respect everybody that's doing the job. I went and picked up a dinner yesterday. It was a special dinner. It was a birthday, and we needed to celebrate the birthday. So we went out. We picked up Carrabba's. By the way, love Carrabba's. I had my leftovers tonight, and I made sure I tipped. Even though I'm not going inside, I made sure I tipped because these people, the waiters and waitresses, are the people that are running out and getting you your food. They live off of their tips, and the fact that they're making minimum wage now because, they're just doing that, okay? You got to be aware that please help these people still survive. Please help them survive, okay? And what's what Joker said? I can't remember what we weren't able to work. Same here. I appreciate local restaurants. There you go. And can't come out. Oh, by the way, I am looking into improving the show when I can. I'm going to show you a glimpse. I'm going to show you a glimpse of the future. Show you a glimpse of the future. Okay, that's one. That's one, okay? That is a hardcore microphone. And I'm so proud of myself because I actually figured this shit out, put it together by myself, okay? That's one. Here's the other. Here's the other. And again, not very handy, but if you can see that, that's a second. But here's the boom and the desk thing. As soon as I can read the directions well of having these microphones installed to the correct box that I have, 'cause I have like one of those mixer boxes and whatnot, the sounds are going to get even better. The sounds are going to get even better. So I said, watch why I raised kid. Hillary's in prison. I know. I get it. I get it. My last name isn't Clinton, so I can't have a skiff at my house. If you don't know what a skiff is, there you go. Anyway, try to get politics out. Line is open, 813-609-0834. We're rolling right along. Yep, I agree, Logan. I agree. No politics. Let's talk sports, current events, movies. We were talking earwax earlier. Right? Greedy, pathetic, diagnosed depression. Yeah, I don't want depression either. That's why I'm here, man, and I appreciate you being here with me. Topical. Earwax. I mean, if we can't talk about stuff like earwax, and by the way, if you like what you see, please thumbs up at the bottom, comment. I appreciate your chat comments. You can comment on the shows as well. That's actually good. Again, appreciate the comment. And again, when you watch the show, if you can put the word out, spread it around, man. Share it around. Mark and Jenny Gutierrez, thanks for coming in. Mark Volmer, Jeremy Soga was here. Ron McClennan over there on Facebook. Doug Kennedy. Again, here it is again. If you're not a YouTube subscriber, you're not eligible for the Raider prize packs. 1,000 I'm giving away. I gotta do a screenshot thingy. I gotta change the images here. Wait a second. 1 second here. Okay. If you're not a YouTube subscriber, this Marcus Allen helmet will be given away. I will send it to one winner. It's signed. It's authenticated. It has the card. When we get to 1,000. Now, I was saying over there, and I really, and I swear it's right over here. I got a big, what do you call it? A big plastic tub of stuff. Oh, good. We're getting a call from Doc. There we go. I'm going to make sure Doc gets in here. Doc, how you doing, brother? Good hearing from you. Again, one of those professionals I love hearing from. It's always a pleasure. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, Cat Jack. How you doing tonight?
I'm fine, man. I said my hats off to you. There you go. Literally, hats off to you for all that you have done in the past and have done in the future and all the things that we are. Again, do the right things, folks, man. Don't go and go to the beach and congregate and rub shoulders with you. I'm going to go see my son real soon, and I'm still going to wear a mask. Why? He's coming over here from the other side of the state, okay? And I don't know what's coming over from the other side of the state, but I got to wear a mask because he's coming into my house, and he doesn't want to get me sick. So I gotta do these precautions because it's my health. Go ahead, Doc. I apologize for the.
The one thing about the mask, I want to tell you, you wearing a mask protects him. He needs to wear a mask to protect you.
Okay, well I'll make
sure. Make sure your son wear, because it stops the droplets from. This is an aerosol that goes out in the droplets in the air when you cough or when you sneeze, and that's what goes 6 feet or more. A lot of a person calls violent, it's going to go up maybe up to 15 feet. So make sure he wears a mask when he comes to see you too, or facial covering. It can be as simple as a bandana.
Yeah, I'll
anything to stop the.
Yeah, maybe I'll have him look like the old was it Houston Gamblers logo?
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah,
That'll work.
I got some bananas for him, and I appreciate you saying that. Or I'll have him wearing a Raiders mask, which will really infuriate him because he's a Charger Gargler fan. So that might be funny.
But
as
he needs
well.
he needs to wear a Raider bandana or something. Then, for sure.
Hey, you know the funny thing is that when he was the first time, well, I should say when he was married, his first Christmas over here, and him and his wife and his two stepdaughters all showed up wearing Gargler uniforms. Oh my God. It was funny, but I said, you know what? It's Christmas. I will allow it this time, but you won't ever wear that shit in my house again. So they got a laugh out of it. Thank God he got rid of the wife. The stepdaughters are really nice, but again, no Gargler apparel in my house. The one day, and so it was fun. But yeah, I'll have him wear something. And Heidi's right. I'll have everybody wear a mask. Yeah, some people spit when they talk. That's true. Go ahead.
Now, the thing about the draft, I love the positions we got. Some of the players, I wanted other players. But saying that, Mike Mayock's the one that makes the millions, not me. I'm a fan. I'm sure he knows way better than I do.
Thank
you. So in Mayock, I trust. So we hit the positions we needed. And I don't care what any other person says about our draft. We draft for us, not to please them.
Right.
It's our team and our needs. And anybody says we didn't need a wide receiver, number one, anybody says we didn't need some defensive help, they're stupid.
Yeah.
Just plain out stupid. I love the picks we did for that reason. They were in our need house to give us depth, and I think they're going to work out fine. Now, Muse, you had another caller call and said he thinks Muse is going to start. I don't know about start.
Thank you.
I think he's going to be a key. I think he's going to be a key contributor.
Oh, I agree.
Because of his speed.
Yeah, I agree. I can't see him starting now. I can't see him starting. I mean, the reason why is because
certain packages he made. If certain things are going on and on certain teams, because his speed may be what's needed against certain types of players.
Yeah.
But to be the overall number one starter, I don't know. But I do think he's going to be a key contributor.
Yeah.
Because he'll be able to help cover some of them tight ends. He's going to be like a safety getting to come up to cheat.
Right. And that's why we got him, is because of his versatility. A kid that's not quite, and he needs to bulk up a bit, and I think he will. He's going to be that. Remember, what did Brian Urlacher play in college? He played safety. They bulked him up, and he is did he just make the Hall of Fame? Or I know that he's up for it. Yeah, I think that he's.
I thought he did.
Yeah, I think he did too. But he played safety in college. Okay. Now you can go the other way as well, and I think he went to the same school. Didn't Polamalu play linebacker in college, and he played safety in the NFL? It's how you go. You know, if you slim down, you bulk up. It's your ability, and I think that Muse is going to be there for that. Okay, it's there for that, and we're going to have that versatility. Muse is going to be able to do something we have not done successfully 20, 30, 40 years. And what's that, Doc? You know what the answer to that question is. What have we not done for the last 30 years or so?
Have a decent linebacking core.
Well, okay, that goes. Well, you're almost there. You're right. You're right on the cusp. You're right on the cusp. Have somebody cover the fucking tight end.
Well, exactly from you would be a perfect example against Kelsey.
Right. I got you.
Now, I tell you the players that I think that are in trouble not to make our team. And we've talked all about Doss. We've all mentioned, maybe Zay Jones may not make it. I've seen articles on that. And everybody's talking about Gabe Jackson. But people are forgetting one key player who he better shape up or ship out is Arden Key.
Oh, yeah. I see, the reason why nobody mentions him is because he's about as I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. Who cares? And I hate saying that because I liked Arden Key when he was playing at LSU, but he's had 2 years to do two things. That is bulk up and stay healthy. He has not done either.
But he didn't follow the program. It'd be different if he'd followed the program and his body just naturally shedded the weight. But he wasn't even following their program.
Right.
Come on. You're making. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to dog out athletes. They make millions of dollars. They don't care either.
Right.
You're making $1 million to play a game you love. Why are you not giving the effort to follow the program?
Well, we're going to find out.
You're one of the few lucky best, and you go blow it because you don't want to follow the program.
Well,
that bugs me.
Yeah, and again, we've given him opportunity. We liked what we had in him. Okay, he dropped on the draft boards because he was a little bit of a shall we say a user of products that is legal in a lot of states but still illegal by the U.S. government. You know what we're talking about, and that's what coming out of LSU. He has ability, but he did not do anything to cement his status with the team. Okay, and it says there, Watts said it, Wombat said it. He's skinny, can't get to the quarterback. Okay, we've given him 2 years. I don't think that he'll make it to training camp only because he's there. And it's possible that we have to he maybe not even make it to training camp. We picked up Carl Nassib. Okay.
That's true.
And Nassib has got that spot on lockdown, man. Nassib and Farrell, okay? And obviously Max Crosby. Those are our 3 defensive ends right there. 3 of them. And that they're going to be playing, man. I tell you.
That's right. Now, I tell you, the player I think was the steal of the draft, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
Edwards.
Yeah.
I love Ruggs.
Yeah.
Ruggs is going to be our speed guy, take the top off. But our possession receiver, we had a really good one, and he is going to give Williams all he can handle. He's going to be coming across and being that possession receiver with good hands. He's got good body type. He's not, he's the kind of guy who'll go fight for the ball.
Yeah. And
I think Edwards is going to be good for us.
I've seen Edwards, man. Again, being the fact that I'm an SEC guy, again, I am, what's the word I'm looking for? I am biased, not prejudiced. Boy, that's the wrong word at this crowd. I'm biased towards the SEC. I'm prejudicial in my opinion. There you go. That's exactly what I wanted to say. I'm biased towards the SEC. Prejudicial in the fact that I think the SEC is the best conference in football, okay? And, what was my point? Oh, Edwards, I've seen everything that he does, okay? I've seen everything that he does, and I tell you, with him and Bowden, or Bowden, we got to figure, I think it's Bowden, and Ruggs there. If Aguilar is there, if Zay Jones is there, again, we got to figure out who those 5 receivers are going to be. Because you know that Renfro's going to be one. There's 6, okay? So, will Aitman be one? Probably not. Will Doss be one? Probably not. Will Pearsonell be one? Probably not. Will Gafford be one? Maybe he beats out Aguilar. We don't know. But I'm saying, I tell you, the SEC runs college, and we got 3 fantastic receivers.
I love the competition we're going to have, and those who fall to the wayside, fall to the wayside.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Doc, one more, and I'll let you go.
All right. I'm going to say right now, top of my bottom of my heart, I'm waiting for this season to start. And if all we get is it on TV or with or without fans, I'm looking forward to it. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. Hey, thanks again for calling in, Jock. And again, blessings to you and everybody in the medical profession and first responders. Thank you, sir.
You have a great day, Cap Jack.
All right. Great hearing from Doc up in Virginia. Again, I have my other Doc. That's my buddy, medical professional as well. And again, you got to love the people that are out there because they are trying to keep us. They're trying to keep us healthy. And I want to be healthy. I want to be there. I mean, it's unlikely that I'm going to miss the first game. It's unlikely, but it's possible. If I don't have a warm fuzzy, I'm not gonna be there. And I'm gonna say something that's hard for me to say. But damn it, I would rather stick around for a little bit longer than go to the first game in Vegas if I think that the medical possibilities are higher a risk that I don't want to have. It pains me to say that. I don't want to miss the game. And I am an SEC homer. But other than Clemson, right? Other than Clemson finally winning a national championship, who's won the trophy since they've had a tournament every year? It's been the SEC. FSU might have won it the year before they went to the tournament. Hasn't been Ohio State. Sorry, Don. I wasn't directed at you. It hasn't been Oklahoma. It hasn't been Clemson until last year. It's been the SEC. How many SEC kids were taken? They are the cream of football. Thank you, Mr. Wombat even said it. Line is open, 813-699. And there, Mr. Wombat doesn't even like the SEC, or they're not his favorite. I'm a homer in that respect. Go Gators. Where's my Gator? It's I don't want to. No, it's up there. I'd have to grab it too many different things. I don't want to wreck what's going on. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We're up at 1049. Great. Love doing this. Remember, make sure you're getting the word out. Make sure you're subscribed. Ring the bell. Normally it's going to be Thursday nights. It's going to be Sunday nights. Get the word out. I am so stoked that Watts is still in here, brother. I appreciate you being in here. Watts, I tell you, Watts is very intriguing with all the things that he has to say. And Watts is very knowledgeable. Man puts together these videos on YouTube for different players. Takes a lot of time. Thank you there, sir. All the people that do this for a living. I don't know. Technically, the SEC West. But I tell you, Georgia came close. If Tua hadn't come back that one time, or was it Hurts? Yeah, I think Tua came back and won that game against them. USC fan, yep. Hey, I tell you what though. I love the band, and I love the fact that when Fleetwood Mac did Tusk, who'd they fucking use, man? Who'd they use? The USC band. That's for you, Watts. They used the USC band. It was awesome. I like their uniforms. Gruden needs great 2020 year like Carr. He's on the hot seat. No. Ed, Gruden's going to coach at least 5 years. And I firmly believe depending upon, and maybe this is something that's really out from left field, but there are quite a lot of Clemson people on the team. I don't know what Dabo's contract is. I know he just signed a new one. But if he has an NFL out, I can see Dabo coming, try to be pride to be the Raiders coach when Gruden doesn't want to coach anymore. I can see that. Oh, come on. Hate the teams, not the fans. Hate the teams, not the fans. By the way, again, I appreciate it. If you like what you're seeing, there's a thumbs up at the bottom of the screen. There's a share. There's a share on the bottom of the screen. There in YouTube, depending upon how you're watching it. But share the YouTube show, man. Let folks know. Las Vegas Clemson Raiders. That's about what it amounts to. We got a little less than 10 minutes. I want to try to be off on time. U for UNLV, OC from Oregon. Gruden will pick his brain on Herbert. That's true. I know Watts. I know you meant USC Trojans. I know. But it's true. Tusk, Fleetwood Mac, the USC marching band. Okay? Do you know Fleetwood Mac, right, Watts? Am I dating myself? Go back, listen to the Tusk album. Tusk, Fleetwood Mac. In that song Tusk, they used the USC marching band. Okay? USC marching band. Check it out. It's awesome. Anyway, we have time for one more call, hopefully. I'm going to disagree there, Watts, as well. I like USC's band, but I tell you, the best bands are out here in Florida, man. FAMU. I tell you, the Rattler marching band. You know what? When you have the battle of the bands for the the historical, what do they call it, HSBC, historical black colleges, or HSC, the FAMU, right? You've seen them. What was it, Drumline? Those bands are friggin' awesome. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure. Tell me the name of the USC horse. That's a damn good trivia question. Troy? No, that's not it. I'm just being funny. Traveler. There you go. I worked at PVAMU. They have the best band. Something AMU. So, but Florida A&M. The Rattler Marching Band, right? Bethune-Cookman. Clark University. Those bands. Oh, good. We got a call, too. Hopefully. There we go. 559, who am I talking to? Hello? 559.
Hey, Jack, it's Heidi.
Hey! A big welcome to Heidi Stabbert. I am so happy to have you call in, Heidi. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. What brings you? I'm so happy to hear from you. What do you got going on this Sunday?
Just a couple of things. Wanted to let you know I was listening to a live sports talk show this afternoon.
Uh-huh.
And they were saying the NFL plans on having their schedule out this Thursday.
Okay.
Probably later in the day. Of course, things can change, but that's what they are aiming for, Thursday. Earlier, they had said by the 9th, but it looks like it could be even a couple days sooner.
Okay, yeah, I was going to count on my hands. Let's see, wait. Today's the 3rd. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that would be I literally was going to count on my hands or fingers just to see when the 9th was. But yeah, hey, Thursday. Now, normally they do it on a Thursday, so I can see it actually being this Thursday.
Yeah, but it's just normally it happens in April.
Right. But for some strange reason that we're all quarantined and things haven't been the way they're supposed to have been.
Yeah, something about that.
Yeah, I can't remember why, but yeah, good. But and I appreciate that. So again, people were asking, and like I said, if Heidi says it, if Andrea says it, I know the source is fantastic. I don't even have to look. So Heidi says, hopefully by Thursday, be on the lookout for it. So thank you for that information as well.
You're welcome.
What else did you have?
The other thing I wanted to talk about was the stadium seating situation with the pandemic.
Yeah. I definitely want to hear about that. What's the source and who said it?
Well, the source is actually my experience. I have worked in event services in an arena for about 13 years now. And I've seen all different kinds of sporting events, all different kinds of concerts, everything from Cirque du Soleil to Motley Crue. And all I can say is, unless it did some drastic changes, like have people to every 6 seats or something, there's no way in hell I would go to an event.
Yeah.
Not now, not until there's a vaccine, that's come out and that has been administered a while and reliable and safe.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I said that going to these things and people expect me to go, and I expect me to go. But again, I'd like to remain alive and kicking for a little while.
Yeah, and I just know how close people get to each other. If there's a big play, they get really excited. They hug and high five. In concert, they're just pressed up against each other. Maybe an opera concert would be okay, but for pop or rock or country or Latin, any of that type of music, things really get into it. So a big sporting event, a big concert, there's no way. I'm not going to work them, but I wouldn't even go as a tester.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you, as I've said, I really want to go, but by the same token, I might be able to make my money back or pay for my season tickets probably just by selling the first game, and that sounds horrible,
right.
But unless I feel comfortable about it, I really can't see myself going and doing these things, and maybe it's just for, just because I don't know. I can't see it, and I would much rather stick alive, do these shows after the games, immediately after the games, knowing that I wasn't there. I'd rather be there, but until I feel comfortable, I can't see myself going to these different things. I mean, they want me to go to the events with the TNBC. They want me to go to Raider Nation Explosion. They want me to go to Raider Fan Convention. I want to go. And unless I can figure out a way to do like a video remote for maybe I can do a video remote for these things just to say hi to everybody. I don't feel good going out because, and the other thing is this, Heidi, is I am a very personable person. I give hugs. I swear I give hugs to everybody. I high five, and I'm very gregarious and passionate and personable. And I would have to watch myself. Because I would be giving myself all of these different things. Me being myself, I'd forget, and sometimes you can't do that. So I hear from you.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want you to end up dead over it either. That would suck.
Yeah, like I said, I got enough strikes against me as it is that maybe I mean, I'm sure I can sell my tickets. I mean, that's not a problem. I can sell my tickets, but
yeah.
I want to go, but I'm not gonna do these things. I might go to one event that and it's not in Vegas. I've already said that I would be at this one event, and I won't say what it is, but I'm gonna have to go. Even if I go to this one event, I'm gonna have to maybe kind of like have like an exclusion zone, kind of like the Halo was it 5 yards away from the guy making the fair catch. I might have to have a 5 yard area around me. Say I love everybody, but please don't get near me. And I hate doing that. But there you go. Homer wants to buy my tickets. Hey, highest bidder. If I sell these tickets, I'm making money. And I hate saying that, but as pricey as these damn tickets are and the PSLs, you better believe I'm selling for the highest bidder. That's just the way it is.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
And I will work on getting the 5-foot pool noodles made into a helmet for you, so you can walk around with that. And you'll be safe at that event.
I like that. It'll be like with like the big hula hoop, and it'll be like it'll come out from the captain's hat, and it's like it'll be my. Yeah, I like Heidi. If you could do that, man, I'd wear that in a minute. You putting together like about 2 or 3 different hula hoops, and it'll attach to my hat, and that'll be my exclusion area. This way, you got to if you are this close to the captain, you're too close. I love that.
There you go.
Well, hey,
we've got the solution for you.
I tell you, if you have that done, I will get it and buy it, and if it can be done, all the engineers out there that can do it, I'm there for you, man. I like the idea, the fact that you're making the idea come to fruition. That's for sure.
I'm here for you, man.
Hey, Heidi, I appreciate you doing that, honey. And it is such a pleasure to have you on the show. I had Andrea on the last one, having you on tonight, and I love you ladies to death because, again, ladies that know their shit are the most sexy ladies there are. I tell you, there's nothing sexier than a lady that knows her shit when it comes to football, especially our Raiders. And I tell you, you are the one and only Heidi. And thank you for joining us. Please feel free to do it anytime, darling. I love having you here.
Oh, I will. I've been wanting to do this for a while, and tonight just seemed like the perfect night.
Well, it's definitely perfect for me. I will never rush you out, man. You and Andrea will have like a 10-minute call for sure. That's for sure.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Hey, thanks again, honey. I appreciate you calling in.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks, hon. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
That was Heidi Stabbert, man. I love her. And like I said, and I hate saying it. But until I feel comfortable with what's going on. Till I feel comfortable with what's going on, I really can't. That's true. I resent everybody about having an opinion and assholes. The only opinions that do not stink are Heidi's and Andrea's. That's true. Because even mine stinks sometimes. Homer's, I ain't gonna go there. But Heidi's opinion and Andrea's opinion, they do not stink. That's true. That's a good call. We have a different team, my man. I've been missing some of the comments. Got to beat the Chiefs twice or split. Well, yeah, that's true. And I agree with Watts, man. We'll have to see what we got going on. Forget about the game. What about the planes? Oh, yeah. I mean, again, I ain't going to like I said, the anything that I have to, maybe I can travel to some of these things. Remember, the Raiders are playing Atlanta in Atlanta. I can travel to that game, okay? They're playing Carolina. I can travel to that game, okay? Other than that, no way. I hate saying it, but no way. I'll do virtuals. I will do everything I can, but I don't know. We'll see that. And we'll go back to this. I'm in here. You know what? I tell you what. Move to Vegas, Logan. My house is paid for. My house is paid for, and this room, when I get the money from selling off my mom's condo, my mom, for those that don't know, my mom, I'll let that one. If for those that don't know, I lost my mom last July, and I've been waiting on the things to be taken care of there. As soon as I get the money from that. Yeah, Mike, the H95 maybe. But here, I got the things that are in here. And Wombat and can tell me, I got an H95 filter. Or sorry, it's a PM 2.5 filter. I don't know. So we'll see. Oh shit! Now I need to figure out which way I had this. But until if I have an H95, maybe, but probably not. I might not be going to a game till next year, and that pains me to say. That pains me to say. I've waited years for. I've waited years to. I have my my rooms in Vegas I have squared away. You know, and I got things available. It's the flights. Flights scare the bejesus out of me. Because unless you have that room. Atlanta, Carolina, 2 hours from me. Was planning on going to. Doug, I'd love to go, but here it is. Everyone is too scared to go, so I can have the plane. Well, that's Deadpool. That's the thing that I was talking about, is the fact that did you see the video? Did you see the video of the guy? I think it was a guy that was beating the living crap out of the passenger. On the video that's gone viral. It's because there's so few flights. It's so few flights because there's so few people that they are combining these flights. So all of these flights, right? All of these flights are packed. Now, if they had the same amount of flights like they used to, right? Then we'd be able to spread out until people come back. But you know, if you're even if you have the middle seat open, you know, and I sit on the aisle. Oh, check out it was on NBC News tonight, and it was a viral video about somebody just getting waylaid, and it was horrible. But people are pent up. They're flying packed. They have the pandemic in their mind, and they're like rabid animals. So I don't know. We'll do another call if you want. And only I'll leave it open for a couple minutes. We'll see. Line is open 813-609-0834. We do have Bull Durham in the back, so we do have our sports. We had Rudy on earlier. Well, I tell you what, James, that flight where the guy was getting his ass kicked looked like every seat was sold. Probably depends upon whichever airline you're on. I don't know what the regular federal regulations are at this point, but still, they're packed. flights are packed. The ones that are actually there. Hey Watts, sir, thank you for showing up tonight, brother. I appreciate your comments. Anytime you can call in as well, it's been my pleasure having you out there commenting, having Heidi call in, having everybody participate. I love the fact we had Deadpool leading the show. It's one of Watts. Try to call in next time, man. I definitely love to. I tell you, I had a chance to talk with Watts on one of the other shows. It was great. I think we talked for about 15 minutes. We were just going back and forth. It was great. But thank you for, like I said, Watts and Heidi, Deadpool, all my regulars. I don't want to say anything towards Ed, because Ed will say, "What am I, chopped liver?" You're not chopped liver. You're not. And that's why I want, if you like what you see, get word of the show out. Remember, we are almost up at, I think it's 750 subscribers. When we get to 850, we're going to have that Raider prize pack. I got stuff, but I'll figure it out when we get closer. I'm not going to figure it out. I know that I can guarantee you it'll be a Raider watch and hard rubber mats, okay? I got a lot of things. Too close to Wade Raider. I keep thinking I'm talking to Then Deadpool has the issue. Okay. But I tell you what, looks like about as good a time as any. And until we do this, then let's do this. It has been wonderful. It has been wonderful to have you. Thank you again there, Watts. I appreciate you being there. I appreciate everybody joining the show tonight. It's been a pleasure. Remember, Sunday nights, I'm here. Usually Thursdays. Count on it, man. Thursdays and Sundays. If I do another show, I'll let you know. I will let you know. You're not chopped liver either, Homer. You're just a Homer. There you go. Thank you there, Ed. Appreciate that. And again, if you like what you see, thumbs up. If you really like what you see, thumbs up and share. Do that anyway, man. Share the show. I want more people in here because, again, we enjoy when you have more of a crowd. It's great. It's great to have more of a crowd. And it's always good to see everybody. Again, if you're joining me on Facebook, thank you for being here, but please get over to YouTube. Please get over to YouTube. The YouTube link is right above at the top of the stream in Facebook. It says go to youtube.com/c/Captain Jack Rackham Levy for the best stream. Okay? And again, remember, if you want to be eligible for the prizes, you got to be a subscriber as well. Thank you for joining me. I actually have the rock music down at a good level volume, so you can hear me over that. Hopefully, I'll get the new microphones in, and if I can figure out how to use them, I might call you, Homer, and we'll go from there. Thanks again, everybody. Please be safe. Please be safe. Please be safe. Be healthy, and we'll see you for the next show. Good night. Take care. We'll see you on the other side. Thursday for sure. Good night, everybody.